Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, today we are beginning a series on reminding you about the month of Ramadan and everything that is required in the month of Ramadan by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And with me here is Sheikh Allah Muhammad, an emissary sent by the government of Egypt in order to actually aid us with the knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had blessed them with in Misra. And of course, he is a lecturer at Azhar University in Egypt, and he is here to actually spread the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna alhamdulillah nahmaduhu subhanahu wa ta'ala wa nasta'inuhu wa nastaghfiruh wa na'udhu billahi ta'ala min shururi anfusina wa sayyiati a'malina. Man yahdihillahu fala mudilla lahu wa man yudlil fala hadiya lahu. Wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna sayyidina Muhammadan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 'abduhu wa rasuluh.
We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We say all thanks and praises be to Him alone, and of course we ask Him to save us, to protect us from the evil of our souls, and we testify that He, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, guides whosoever He wants, and whosoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has guided will always be on the path of guidance, and whosoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not accepted guidance for will not find anyone that will guide him. We testify that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one worthy of worship, and Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is his messenger and his servant.
نهنئ الأمة الإسلامية بقدوم شهر رمضان المبارك.
We are reminding you, the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, of the welcoming of the month of Ramadan.
نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعيده علينا وعلى جميع المسلمين بالخير واليمن والبركات.
We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to aid us, to assist us, to support us in goodness in order for us to get the barakah of His name.
كما نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يفرج عن إخواننا في غزة وأن ينصرهم على أعدائهم.
As we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help our brothers in Palestine in order for Him to help them fight against the enemies that they are actually faced with.
حق على كل مسلم ألا ينساه من دعائه في كل وقت.
It is a right upon every Muslim in order to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for every Muslim that is in difficulty every time.
نبدأ إن شاء الله سبحانه وتعالى معكم سلسلة خاصة برمضان وصوم هذا الشهر الكريم.
We start with these particular reminders, this series for this month of Ramadan and for every other time in order for us all to get an understanding of the deen, inshallah.
نبدأها اليوم إن شاء الله سبحانه وتعالى عن كيفية استقبال شهر رمضان.
We are starting today with how do we welcome the month of Ramadan.
فلقد كان سلفنا الصالح رضي الله عنهم من الصحابة والتابعين يستقبلون شهر رمضان بفرح كبير.
It has been the way of the good people who have passed, the truthful people, to welcome the month of Ramadan with so much happiness and joy. Great one.
كانوا يدعون الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبلغهم رمضان ثم يدعونه أن يتقبله منه.
They used to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to invoke Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in order for Him to help them in the month of Ramadan, in order for Him to reach them the month of Ramadan.
فلقد كانوا يحفظون صيامهم عن اللغو وعن الرفث وكانوا يجتهدون أن يتقبل الله منهم صوم هذا الشهر الكريم.
They also used to guide their fasting in order to be free from all unnecessary things, that is vainglorious things and many other things that will destroy their fasting.
فلقد كانوا حريصين على ألا ينقص ثواب صوم هذا الشهر.
They used to be eager, they wish in order to not reduce half of their barakah, their blessings in the month of Ramadan.
كما كانوا يجتهدون في العبادة وفي قراءة القرآن وفي إحياء ليل رمضان من قيام وصلاة التراويح.
just as they were also making effort in many other acts of worship, like reciting the Quran, standing in the night to call Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and helping in whatever way in order to reach the barakah of the month of Ramadan.
كما كانوا يتعاهدون الفقراء والمساكين ويتصدقون ويحرصون على إطعام إخوانهم الصائمين في رمضان.
Just as they also used to help the poor from amongst them in order for them to break their fast, those who could not afford, they helped them in order for them to be achieving the barakah and the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبلغنا وإياكم شهر رمضان.
We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reach us Ramadan, and all of us, all of you who are also viewing this particular video, to actually reach Ramadan.
إن شاء الله. ونسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يعيننا على إتمام هذه السلسلة وأن يجمعنا إن شاء الله في الخير.
We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to aid us amidst this work that we do, in order for Him to actually gather all of us in goodness always.
هذا وبالله التوفيق والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
This we say, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for acceptance, and we say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.